Hi, everyone. Welcome to Motivational Moments, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And today's subject is all about joy. I'm going to keep this a little shorter this time because I want to leave you with an exercise to do and to get some feedback about what you can do to help feel joyful and loving and peaceful. And I think that'll give you some time to do that. Anyway, when I was thinking about the word joy, I thought, let me start with the definition. Let me look in the dictionary and see what the actual definition is of joy. And let me read it to you. Joy is a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. Now, we know that. We're not unfamiliar with joy or the feeling of joy or trying to obtain it or to keep it or to manifest it. But it's really important that we try to stay in joy. And during these unpredictable times, especially when we turn on the news and learn about the fires in California and Oregon and politics and the election and COVID, it's overwhelming. You're probably asking, how can we stay in joy when there's so many things going on in this country that are stressful and disturbing? But when it's all said and done, hello, the only thing we can control is, remember, our thoughts, our actions, and what we say. In fact, I got a text this morning from a dear friend that's actually probably listening today. Her name is Eve, and she definitely is one that lives in joy. She has a lot going on in her life, but boy, I'll tell you what, she's very joyful all the time, and she works at it. And she sent me this cute little quote. She said, I choose joy over anything else because it's my decision. And you know what? It's all of our decisions. We can choose to be joyful. Now, here's the deal. It's not like you have to find something really big to be joyful about. It doesn't mean manifesting a new home or a lot of money in the bank or anything like that. It starts with the little things. For example, when I went into the office today and I was in my car, I said, you know what? What could make me feel joyful in this drive? Well, Frank Sinatra, of course. So I got onto Spotify and I started listening to one of my favorite albums, and I just felt so joyful that whole ride to the office, listening to Frank and singing along with him and feeling great joy. So that was one thing that I could do in that maybe 15, 20 minutes. When I got back to the house, I thought, well, what else can I do to make myself feel joyful? And this is funny. Everybody knows how much I love Christmas and Hallmark movies because they're very positive and uplifting. But I also have a little tree up I was going to show you in my dining room. Did I show you this before? It has one or it really isn't kind of a tree you put ornaments on. It's one of those like decorative things. But I just want to have this nearby so that when I walk through the house, I can look over in my dining room and I see the tree. The tree makes me feel joyful because I think about Christmas and I think about my friends and I think about my family and I think about love, and it makes me feel joyful. And Crystal, who's in our group, she's funny. I saw somewhere on Facebook she was asking people, can I put up a Christmas tree after Halloween? And I replied, you can put up a tree anytime. And we just have to surround ourselves with things that make ourselves feel better and feel joyful. It's good for our health, it's good for our relationships, and it's good for everything that we do to stay in that constant state of joy. In fact, Denise Brown, when we went out to film her for the documentary Women with Guts, she she kept telling me that, you're the most positive person I know. You're my good news girl. And I thought, oh, no, I'm not really that positive. There's got to be a lot of more people positive than I am. And I started thinking about it. I am pretty positive, and I take pride in that, and I work at it because in a joyful way. Let me just say that, because we do have those choices, how we react to our situations in life, because we're always going to have situations. We're always going to have challenges. We're going to have obstacles, but it's how we handle them, because 10% is what happens to us in life, and 90% is how we actually react to them. And part of being in joy is to be able to find the silver linings, to find those nuggets of goodness and nuggets that will make us feel better. Even if it's for 5 minutes, it's better than not feeling good or letting situations or people let us down. So we talked about things that you can do. You can listen to music. I'm looking at my list of that I have. Surround ourselves with things that bring us joy, whether they're pictures, a Christmas tree, a photo album, like you may want to reminisce and look up your old friends and family and think about good times you had together. Also, when you're helping someone else, it brings you joy. And I love that. As many of you know, I love people and I love helping others. In fact, my friend Eve that I was talking about earlier is in the process of a big move. And I asked her, is there anything I can do? Because, it's stressful. And there's a lot of moving parts, literally, in a move. She says, no, there really isn't anything you can do. So I thought about it and thought about it. And I thought, well, she's got to eat. I thought, what if I bring her lunch? So for 2 days in a row, the first time I picked up lunch from a restaurant, brought it over for her and her husband so they could take a break and eat lunch and not think about what they have in the refrigerator or what they have to make or what they have to go out and buy. And then the next day I thought, well, what else can I do? Well, maybe I'll do it again, but this time I'll make something. So I made a big salad with a lot of great ingredients. And then I picked up some snacks that I know are her favorite snacks. So I put together a care package and